Alright, you guys, in this video I want to show you that Jesus is not coming by using the New Testament itself, and precisely Matthew, the Gospel of Matthew. Okay, many Christians who read the Gospel don't read with good reading comprehension. And I said 1,000 times, I'm going to repeat it again. If you read it and read it with good comprehension, Jesus will never ever come back, because he missed his time frame. Okay, therefore the book of Matthew is a fake gospel. He is not coming back, and it's a fake prophecy. Let's get into it, okay? Shall we? Let me just read you chapter 16, verse 27 and 28, and with good reading comprehension, because in the comments of these videos that I make, many Christians will give all this apologetics, get around this so-called stuff to make it palatable in their own mind. But they can't get around the actual text, okay? So let's read it together, okay? Let's see. Disconnect this real quick, and I'll read it. It says, verse 27, chapter 16. For the Son of Man shall come. Come from where? He's already present, so he has to come from somewhere. So if Jesus is standing in front of him, he's not coming. He's already there. So let's read the context. For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels. The God of Israel's angels, okay? Keep that in mind. That's how he'll come. He'll come somehow. Okay? And he shall reward every man according to his works. That sounds like judgment, right? He shall reward every man to his deeds or to his works. Now let's keep reading. Okay? Chapter 16, now verse 28. Verily, I say unto you, there be some standing here. The question is, who is he talking to? He's talking to his 12 disciples. Many people skip over that. Okay, there's 12 living disciples at this moment. Okay, 12 living disciples, or apostles, so-called apostles, right? Okay. It says, there be some, that means plural, some standing here, which shall not taste death, meaning more than one will not die. Okay, that's what it means. Till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. So what does that tell you? Some will be dead when he arrives, or when he comes in his Father's glory and with his angels. Some will be dead. That is the context. Yet some will be alive. That is what it says. Now fools, I'm going to say it, fools will say it's talking about the transfiguration, the very next chapter. I'm like, didn't you just read with good comprehension? If it is truly talking about the transfiguration in the very next chapter, which of the 12 disciples died? Because that's what it said. Some of you will die, and some will remain by the time he comes in his Father's glory to judge everyone and give everyone their just reward. And he comes with his Father's angels. Okay? So this tells you about the second coming. Correct? We all get that. So what is the time frame? Just with good reading comprehension. With good reading comprehension, it tells you he comes within the lifetime of his own personal disciples. It says, for some of you standing here. It doesn't say in the far off future, the people in the future. It says for those standing here, right there in front of them. That's the reading comprehension, okay? Grasp it, accept it. So now he gives a different, now if you move to chapter 24, he adds to the prophecy, okay, of when his second coming. And if you read it, it starts out, I'm not going to read it here. I mean, I can, but I'll have to push pause. But basically in chapter 24, the disciples are praising the temple and telling Jesus about it, how great the temple is. And Jesus goes on to say, not one stone will be left on another. Now you'll remember, the temple is existing at that time, and he's talking about that temple. That's the context. Shall be destroyed. Remember what we just said. He is coming during the lifetime of his disciples. Some will be dead already by the time he comes, yet some shall remain alive at that time. That is the context. Now he adds to it. He says, as in more detail, when you see the temple get destroyed, okay, and when armies come around Jerusalem and the temple is destroyed, it says in verse 29, it said immediately after the distress of those days, the sign of the Son of Man shall appear in heaven. Basically, I'm all paraphrasing here. And that's when he gathers his elect. Okay? That was in 70 AD. The existing temple in Jesus' day, what he is referring to. He nowhere says in any prophecy, nowhere in all the New Testament, it says the temple will be destroyed. Then over a period of over 2,000 years, because it's almost pushing 2,000 years right now, because it's destroyed in 70 AD. Nowhere does it says it will be destroyed, then over a long, long, long period of time, it will be rebuilt, then destroyed again. Doesn't say that, but Christians, because they cannot accept the truth in front of them, they have to say, well, he still needs to come. They make up all this nonsense to get around the problems the religion has. It's a fake religion. Okay? Jesus is not the Messiah. He's not coming back. He's not a Savior. And you're still in your sin. Okay? You're not forgiven. He was not a Passover lamb that took away your sin. Okay? Besides, Passover has nothing to do with sin. Jesus predicted two things, Matthew 16 and Matthew 24. He will come at the destruction of the temple while some of his disciples are still alive. That's what he says. That's what the book says, not what me, Maregaal, say. Okay? That's what the book says. Therefore, he missed his time frame because the temple was destroyed, just like it says, yet all his disciples were wiped out and have been dead for a long time. None of them remain alive. There are kooks out there that believe there's one of the 12 disciples still roaming around, like John. That's all fake. None of them survived. So it's a fake prophecy. It's a false prophecy, and he's not coming back. Now hit the like and subscribe buttons. There you go.